Welcome in to the last Hambonez Pickem Show of the 2025-2026 season. We're like 72 hours away from the big game, the Super Bowl. How's it going, guys?
Great. We made it to the finish line. Super Bowl's here. It's exciting.
Yeah, we made it. That season went so fast.
It did.
It's always sad.
Yeah.
Sad that it's going to be done soon, but pretty crazy season. I'm sure we'll recap in an upcoming Honolulu Blue breakdown episode. But yeah, here we go. Seattle taking on the New England Patriots. What are the vibes?
Well, I was listening one kind of interesting thing. It was on a Lions podcast, and they mentioned how many like coach quarterback combinations both of these teams have now had make it to the Super Bowl. And it's essentially 3 combinations for both teams. And the point of bringing it up was, us Lions fans, we haven't been able to have one, combination make it. So, yeah, kind of a bummer. And then I wore the last time the Super Bowl was in Detroit, Seattle was there. That was the Matt Hasselbeck, Sean Alexander. They lost to Pittsburgh. But then obviously they went back and murdered Peyton Manning. But here they are for the 3rd time.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Seattle, I think, is favored by 4.5 last time I saw. I thought it was going to be kind of closer to even, but we'll see what we pick.
Nice. All right, here are the final standings for the playoff Hambonez Pick'em Bracket Challenge merge for the postseason here. Troy with a commanding lead. I think you pretty much locked it in because none of us had our winners actually make it to the chip. So how's it feeling?
Yeah, so close. 1 game away from perfection. Stafford couldn't quite get me there, though. But, yeah, I guess finish last in the regular season. I'll finish first in the playoffs.
We'll switch spots.
Oh, yeah. A little flip-flop. Yeah, it completely reversed. But that's good redemption. Good redemption for Troy. And, yeah, the run you had was – that is crazy. 10-0, 11 – I guess 11-0, really.
And I shouldn't get too ahead of myself. I mean, it's not locked up because the Super Bowl is worth 8 points. And if we pick them, it's technically 9. So if you and me go opposite directions, things could get interesting.
No, that's not how it works. It's a lie. You only get 1 point. We only get 1 point. Anyway, yeah, we'll move on to the big game, I guess. Let's dive right in.
So when trying to pick this game, the first thing I did was I looked at their schedules and tried to just see what wins I thought were impressive. So for Seattle, kind of starting at the beginning of their season, at Pittsburgh, at Jacksonville, Texans at home, Rams at home, at 49ers. So that's 5 impressive wins. And then both of their playoff games, 49ers and Rams, were impressive. So kind of 7 games where they've been tested with impressive wins. New England, for the regular season, I had at Baltimore, at Tampa Bay, which is a little flimsy, but I counted it, and then at Buffalo. So that's 3. And then for the playoffs, I really only said the Chargers because they obviously, got the Texans where CJ Stroud played horribly, and then they got a backup quarterback against Denver. So just looking at that, Seattle's had much more impressive wins. They were more battle tested. New England kind of took advantage of that easy schedule. But then I looked at offensive and defensive stats, and I was kind of shocked. They're pretty evenly ranked offensively and defensively. New England's actually ranked higher in most offensive stats. Defense, they go back and forth. New England's +3 in turnovers. Seattle's -3. So just based off that, it seemed like New England would be a little bit better. New England also has more players with Super Bowl experience, and their coach obviously has a lot of Super Bowl experience. So that's a big thing. But you forget here the quarterbacks, Drake May, obviously young. Sam Darnold has already been to a Super Bowl. He was the 49ers backup quarterback in 2023.
Forgot about that.
So maybe he's got a little experience. So I am going to go with Seattle. I think they're the better team. I think their defense is better, and they're more kind of well-rounded. To me, it seems like passing and running.
Oh boy, I'm really not even sold yet. I mean, I think I'll have to go back and maybe clip during the off season on how many times I went like my head versus my gut. Obviously, I guess honestly, both of them are telling me Seahawks here. But I was going into tonight's episode thinking it's got to be Patriots. Like I got to go underdogs, having the feeling most people are going with the favorites, the Seahawks, because like the Patriots, they've just been struggling to score this postseason too against good defenses. So it's like Seattle's got a great defense, good secondary. Their offense, you're gonna have to keep up with that offense, and if they can't get it done, then it's just gonna be tough. I'm still kind of talking through it because I want to go with the underdog as much as I don't want to see the Patriots win another Super Bowl. But I think the pathway for the Patriots is they're going to need some big home because they don't have those home run hitters. I mean, Drake May's amazing. Obviously, he's got a lot of potential. I guess he's already at that star level for how young he is. But it's really got to be Travion. I think they got to find a way to get him the ball and get a couple explosive runs, maybe big long touchdown run against this defense because, like I said, I think it's going to be tough to keep up with Seattle. I was trying to talk myself into it because I am a little nervous if it ends up being a Hambonez lock, but I'm just, you know what, I like Seattle here. I think it'd be a great story for Darnold to win it. And like in my mind, I'm like, I can see the Patriots winning, without Brady. You got this new face of the franchise, but I can't get myself to make that pick. So I'm going to go Sam Darnold, the defense, defensive coach. I guess both of them are defensive coaches, but I'll go here. JSN. Let's go Seattle.
Nice. So, Matt, here we go. Let's see what Matt has to say. We're going to call him in live on the Hambonez Show.
A first ever.
He doesn't know we're doing this either.
Matt, you are live on the Hambonez Show.
Am I live? Am I live to tape?
You are live. What is your Super Bowl prediction?
My Super Bowl prediction. First of all, have we talked about the uniforms?
We have not. Let's get a last uni alert.
Okay. So the Seahawks are in all navy. It's good stuff. And I got some background noise. But it's all white. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But have you guys seen these patches?
I've seen a couple of them. It seems like there's a lot.
So we've got our Super Bowl patches. They're great. But there's USA 250 patches as well.
Mm.
Which, look, I love America just as much as anyone else. But I don't know if we have to have the patches on the Super Bowl jersey.
Yeah.
So, but my pick for the game, going Seahawks. Sam Darnold, he's gonna be elite. He's gonna be the one of 35 quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl ever. I think that number's close. I saw it a couple days ago. So yeah, that's my pick. What? Am I the first or last?
You are the third to pick. So far, all of us are on Seattle. Zach is yet to go.
We're giving the Patriots to Zach for free? Oh, no.
Noted Patriot fan, Zach.
Well, he is known for, take one, he's falling on the sword for us. So
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised. So.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Have fun.
All right. Thanks, Kenny.
See ya.
Well,
Mac coming in live, cold. No idea. For those of you who are familiar, where is he? He's like somewhere up here. He's up in
In the
this
UP.
hand. I'm not exactly sure where. Surprised he got service. Thank you, Matt.
barely at service. Well, I spent way too much time trying to decide if picking Sam Darnold is going to single-handedly give him the confidence he needs to win the Super Bowl, or if picking him is the kiss of death based on my record in the playoffs so far. So I struggled with that. I looked at the Patriots' path to get here. They had, in the first round, Justin Herbert with the worst O-line in the league. They had CJ, which if you Google CJ Stroud, it stands for Come on, Jabroni, in round 2. He single-handedly gave him the game. And then round 3, they get the Broncos in a blizzard with their backup quarterback who hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years. So, they're just cruising right to the Super Bowl, just like they're supposed to. Mike Vrabel was there during Spygate, so I assume he's got drones flying overhead over Sam Darnold, just dropping laxatives into his coffee all week this week. I'm going to take the Patriots. They're 4-0 against Sam Darnold. Since he's been in the league, he's famously seeing ghosts every time he sees the Patriots. I'll take the Patriots, and man, I hope I jinx them.
Wow.
I did not see that coming, bro.
Shocker.
My picking has been so bad, I might as well try it, right?
Sure.
You
Yeah.
can't Hambonez guarantee the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
boy.
wow,
All
wow.
right. Well, that doesn't end the pick'ems because Troy's got some extra fun things for us to pick from here for
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
So, you guys, the coin toss. What do you predict? Heads or tails? Jordan, what do you got?
I'm going heads. Easy.
Heads.
Tails
Zach?
never fails.
Tails. I'll give you some stats. Tails is actually leading the coin toss 31-28. 6 of the last 10 and 15 of the last 25 have been tails. So I'm going to go heads because it has to come back around at some point, right? We have to get close to 50%.
Good thing.
All right. Gatorade shower. What color is the Gatorade that gets dumped on the coach?
Ooh, I'm going with my personal favorite. I'm gonna go purple, like the I don't know, glacier. No, I don't even want to pretend like I know the flavor name. Dougie Fresh probably knows it. I don't know that one.
I did too much research on this. Last year was yellow. We had 2 purples in a row, then we had 2 blues in a row. But I'm going to go orange. It hasn't hit since 2000, and it is the most common since orange hasn't hit since 2020, but it is the most common since 2000. So I'm going to take orange.
Okay, that's a good one. That's solid.
I went with orange as well. Basically used the same logic Jordan did. It's probably my favorite one, and it's what I would prefer to have dumped on me, I guess. So I went orange.
I was going to
right.
go with the curveball. I was actually going to say just plain water was going to be dumped. Like that. I could see that happening, but
That'd be spicy.
It would.
well, maybe next year.
All right, turnovers. Do you have any predictions for how many turnovers and what type of turnovers each team has?
Oh man. Let's see. Oh boy. I'm gonna go with I'll go, hey, yeah, let's make it a defensive battle here. Let's go. I'm gonna say Drake May fumble and an interception. Golden Boy has a little bit of a rough go in his first bowl. Sam Darnold's gonna get an interception, however, also. So a couple of turnovers from both defenses.
I was going to go 3 turnovers for the whole game, 2 for Seattle, 1 for the Patriots. All 3 are interceptions.
All right. I went with a Travion Henderson fumble and a Drake May pick, and I think Darnold's going to throw 2 picks.
Oh,
All right, the last one, we'll group the last two together since they might converge, but basically, who's your MVP and what is your crazy specific prediction that happens?
Okay. I guess that's probably not too crazy of a prediction. I'm gonna go with either a punt or kick return taken back for a touchdown. In a low scoring game that's gonna pop off and be kind of crazy game turning. Since I went with Seattle, I'm going with JSN. I'm gonna have this young buck blow up. I got him on a dynasty. Let's show out here.
All right. Well, my prediction goes with my MVP. I'm picking former Lion Carlton Davis as Super Bowl MVP. The last time these two played, a defensive player won MVP. Carlton Davis is plus 30,000 on FanDuel. So if you want to put $1 on that, that will win you $300, which I've already done. I think he's going to have 2 interceptions. And he's going to take 1 to the house.
Oh my gosh.
Zach, you and me are on the same wavelength here.
Really?
Here's my crazy prediction. So I think it's going to be a low scoring defensive game that is kind of one of those games where we're watching it and Seattle is just dominating, but they're not like scoring a lot. So it's like at halftime, it's like 10-6, but it just felt like Seattle was dominating. The first drive out of the half, Carlton Davis is going to have a pick 6 to give the Patriots the lead and really make Seattle sweat it. Now, obviously, I still pick Seattle to go win because their MVP is going to be Kenneth Walker. They're going to have to go away from Darnold because of the picks, and they're going to run the ball, and Walker's going to have a big game.
It's not great that we all predicted that Sam Darnold's not going to play well.
Yeah.
That's our fate.
True.
Poor Sam Darnold. What else does Darnold have to do before people believe in
a
him?
Super Bowl?
If he wins this game, the doubters will be silenced.
Yeah.
He hasn't done enough. He's won so many games.
I know.
The past 2 years.
We saw it up close last year. We're 2 gun shy.
Mm,
Yeah.
But I am rooting for him.
yep. Same.
Nice. Well, it's been a great season, everybody. Thanks for joining us with the Pickems, our weekly Pickems that we've been doing. Let us know in the comments down below what Gatorade color, what coin flip. Join us on those picks. Let us know who you got for the Super Bowl here in just a few days.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. That's it. Goodbye,
See
Pickem
ya.
Show. We'll see you next year. But don't forget to check out our Honolulu Blue breakdown on the channel. Leave us some likes, some comments. For those of you out there who don't know us, it'd be really cool to kind of keep this thing growing and rolling into next year. So take care.
Peace.
Yo, you ever heard of the man in the mist? Not a ghost, not a myth, but he never gets missed. Zach in the shadows, rolling them dice. When he drops a bet, you don't gotta ask twice. He ain't in the photos, but he's always in the game. Whispers in the chat, yeah, you all know the name. Moves like a phantom, but the stakes are real. When Zach calls a play, you know the room gon' feel. I roll a low profile, bets like a storm. He's the wild card analyst, breaking every norm. Everybody's waiting on the ghost in the room. Zach's got the numbers and he's bringing the boom. You won't see him coming, but you know when he's near. High roller energy, make the haters disappear. He's a legend in the group chat, never on cam. But when he drops a pick, everybody's like, damn. Stats in his mind, poker face on lock. He's the wild card, baby, always ready to shock. Everybody's waiting on the ghost in the room. Zach's got the numbers and he's bringing the boom. You don't see him coming, but you know when he's near. High roller energy, make the haters disappear. So here's to the fan, I'm the man with the plan. Zach's in the building, you just don't understand. He's the wild card analyst, the legend unseen. But when the chips fall, he's the king of the scene.